the ballot battle, the Trump campaign is suing New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy over his executive order, which requires all Garden State voters to receive vote by mail ballots. President Trump predicting the election will be rigged because of mail-in voting. The Postmaster General, meanwhile, now pausing any cost-cutting measures until after the election, following public backlash. Joining us right now is Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. Your reaction to this suit against New Jersey?
Well, the governor of New Jersey has too much power, Maria, and he ought not to be able to do this on his own. This is a decision for the legislature. The Supreme Court has ruled that when it comes to electing electors, choosing electors to vote in the Electoral College for president, which is what we're talking about, even though you would vote for Donald Trump or Joe Biden, you're actually voting for electors in the Electoral College. The states can do it. The state legislatures can do it however they want, not the governor, the legislatures. So what the governor has done in New Jersey, and I vote in New Jersey, I'm in New Jersey at the moment, is to allow you to vote in person, but also to send you a ballot which you can submit by mail. Now, if you're honest, you're not going to vote twice. If you're dishonest, you have the opportunity to vote twice. Voting twice is, of course, a felony, meaning punishable by more than a year in jail. Why the governor would do this prematurely when we had a primary here in July and people did stand online and some did vote by absentee ballot and some did vote by mail. Why he's sort of preempting this, I don't know if it's a prudential judgment on his part or a political judgment on his part. However, I don't think the lawsuit will prevail because it's premature. I mean, judges don't exist in order to say this is right, this is wrong, you can do this, you can't do that. They exist to resolve real disputes where someone has been harmed, and nobody's been harmed yet.
So where do you think this goes? And do you think this opens the door to other states saying, well, we're just going to send out mail-in voting? I think that's probably what the president is worried about, that people are going to vote twice.
I don't blame, nobody can blame the president for being worried about it. The Democrats should be worried about it too. I mean, a fraudulent election is a fraudulent election. It can go either way. I think Governor Murphy is, just as he was with the lockdown orders and using police to break inside a gym to change the lock on the gym owners while they were sleeping inside. He's way out there, and he's trying to be ahead of the curve. Again, I don't know if this is because he really believes this is the right thing to do, or he's trying to gain street cred with the crowd at the Democratic National Convention. I hope that other governors don't follow him. People should have a choice as to how to vote.
Judge,
person, mail, absentee. But if you preempt that choice,